The Jamestown Settlement. In the spring of 1606, a group of English investors formed a joint stock company called the London Company. Investors in the London Company believed that gold and silver could be found in the New World. For every piece of gold and silver found in the Americas, the investors in the London Company would earn money. King James I of England, remember him and his crown from the other presentation, he gave the London Company a charter to start a new colony in present-day state of Virginia. Investors spent $10,000 to fund the expedition to this new colony. 3 ships left England for the New World. These ships were the Susan Constant, the Discovery, and the Godspeed. These ships left with 140 men and 4 boys. This voyage across the Atlantic was a difficult one because 40 of the people didn't make it. The 3 ships reached the coast of Virginia on April 26, 1607. They then had to find a suitable location for their settlement. So they sailed about 60 miles up the James River. Then they came to a small peninsula where they founded their settlement of Jamestown. Jamestown became the first permanent English settlement in the Americas. Both the James River and the settlement of Jamestown were named for King James I. In 1995, Disney released a movie called Pocahontas, and near the beginning of the movie, you see settlers from England, you see them cutting down trees, and you see them digging for gold. This is about the only accurate part of that whole movie, but it's exactly what happened. When the settlers arrived in the New World, they spent their time digging for gold, and that was about it. They were hoping to strike it rich and share their profits with the London Company. The problem is these men, most of these men, were gentlemen. That means they were of noble rank, they had money, and they were used to sitting on their tuchus all day long. Even though digging for gold was hard work, they actually thought that growing crops was actually much more difficult. More importantly, growing crops doesn't make you money. But when you don't grow crops, guess what? You don't eat and you die. Remember, the settlers reached Virginia on April 26, 1607. By January 1, 1608, only 38 of the original 144 colonists were still alive. The London Company sent more colonists to Jamestown in the second year. This included John Smith. Yes, he was real. No, he was not in love with Pocahontas. Captain John Smith became the leader of the Jamestown settlement. He convinced the colonists to plant crops. But in 1609, John Smith was forced to return to England after being injured in a gunpowder explosion. After his departure, Jamestown once again fell on hard times. The winter of 1609 to 1610 is known as the starving time. Fire, drought, Indian attacks, and starvation all took a heavy toll. But then, in the spring of 1610, new ships arrived to the settlement of Jamestown. With new supplies and more colonists, spirits were uplifted.